Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ and let's hop right into today's reading. So today's reading is a pick a card about who will you reinvent yourself as by this time next year. We have four piles. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. This deck for the card selection is the Magical Spell Oracle card deck. I will post a link in the description box if you're interested. I know I've been anticipating on getting this deck for a while, so I know a few of you might be as well. So again, pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I love you all so much, my dreamy dreamers, and I'll see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this really cool depiction of like a moon goddess or something like that. This is a brand new deck that I just have, so I kind of just was so excited I wanted to use it. So I will be using the guidebook more just to learn this deck myself and to help you all learn it as well. But like I was saying, there's some type of depiction of a moon goddess here or something along those lines, definitely giving high priestess energy. And I have not uncovered who you all will be reinventing yourselves as by this time next year. So let's do it together. So we have card number 36 with study. So it says, let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Okay. So some of you all could be seeing the number 9 a lot, 3 and 6, kind of whittles down to the numerology number 9. You all could be wrapping up a cycle. A lot of you all could be light workers and studying your craft. You all could be reading a lot, ingesting a lot of knowledge, valuable understanding by this time next year. So it's almost like you're becoming a student again. Some of you all could be going back to school. Some of you all could just be really upping the ante on learning your craft, on really trying to ingest as much knowledge as you can about something. Maybe you're trying to understand something so much more, so you're spending a lot of time studying it. Okay, I do want to read a little bit from the guidebook just to see what more this card is about. But I love this incantation, and it says, let my mind be clear and strong, let me study well and long. So it's almost like you've been studying something for a long time as well, and I feel like you're on the precipice of something. You're on the precipice of a reinvention, right? Of a whole transformation, but we'll get into that. Okay, so give me 1 second. Okay, so let's read a little bit. It says, card number 36, study. With this spell, the universe would very much like to help you with your focus, dedication, and with retaining vital information. It says a challenge with concentration is that we humans are quite able to distract ourselves from what must be done. Suddenly, when we know we have something that must be done, we are amazingly good at discovering all sorts of other things that absolutely must be done. Even the most banal of chores begin to look attractive, and the internet is always there like a rabbit hole of endless labyrinths to explore. Why do we do this? Perhaps we fear the silence of the mind, or the space for thoughts makes us uneasy. It says we must learn not to fear what we are capable of learning when we give ourselves over to focus. If this spell chose you, aha, the universe would like to support you and your focus. So here is a spell that will make this simple and more appealing than any distraction. After you cast this spell, you will begin to enjoy the meditative focus of study, the quality that can make it calming, clear, and enable you to better retain information you need. You will be steady, bright, receptive, focused, and most importantly, relaxed enough to ensure the information can be retained. I really like that mindset of like feeling relaxed enough so that you can ingest what it is that you're reading, learning, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I digress. It says stress and tension set up a kind of barrier to what it is we need to learn. So this spell will encourage you to be calm, relaxed, focused, and strong. If you have chosen this spell, you know that you're required to focus. The time is coming when you will be put to some kind of test, and you will, with the help of the spell, make the very most of the hours that remain to you. Okay? It says, cast a spell and know that once done, concentration. It says, cast this spell and know that once done, concentration and study time will be welcomed and cherished. The fear of failure that drives your distraction will diminish and disappear. Okay? So it says, and you may even come to value the quiet times in which you focus on remembering, learning, and understanding. The universe is supporting you. You are a student of life, and now you are focused on the task before you. So yeah, I kind of want to put the spell in the description box just because it's kind of long and I would want you all to remember it. But yeah, so it just seems as if pile number ones, something that you've studied long and hard for is being implemented by this time next year. And that's who you're transforming into. What you've studied, what you've learned, what you envisioned about yourself, okay? The way you've expanded your knowledge and your mind and the way you look at the world, okay? Did y'all see that? So that's a confirmation in and of itself. So let's hop right into your reading. Pile number ones, we have at the bottom of the deck the 10 of Pentacles. So you all could have been studying money. You could have been studying, having what you want or having what you deem as like the quintessential like best life for you, right? With the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like the 10 of Pentacles is the overarching like the best life has to offer. And that means material when it comes to relationships, family, you name it, as well as what you do for work, what you do as a living, right? And in regards to living, this could be family life. This could be also long-term structures, which I think it's interesting because it says, let me study well and long. And the 10 of Pentacles typically means like a long-term commitments, like longevity, right? But again, you all could be very, very well off. Like something that you've been studying, whether this is finance, whether this is just life in general, that's who you're transforming into. The precipice the totality of everything that you have been studying. Pile number one. So I know it took us a while to get here, but let's get into the cards. So we have Justice, we have the 9 of Cups, we have the 8 of Wands, we have Death, we have the King of Swords, the 9 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. It's interesting because we have 3 major arcanas here. We have 3 court cards here. We have Justice, Death, and the Magician. You're completely transforming. Just with Death and the Magician alone, like this is like utter transformation. It's almost like night and day. And not only is it an external transformation, but it's also a transformation from the inside out, especially with the Magician card being here. What you think, you're literally becoming. Okay, so what you're studying right now, or what you have studied, pile number one, you are literally becoming that, okay? You are becoming that person. You said out with the old person, in with the new. And you realize how you're integrating this new is through study, through mindset, through reframing, through your thoughts, right? What you think you become. You're literally becoming that. And pile number ones, I have to say, my dears, I have to say, who you're becoming is who you've always wanted and better. This is who you've always wanted to be and better, okay? So I know I had to address the elephant in the room with the Death card and the Magician because this was literally screaming transformation, okay? So again, going back to the beginning of your reading with Justice and the Nine of Swords, also who you're becoming is someone who's very much so balanced. You're not allowing the ills of your environment and the ills of your mind, right? Anxiety, fear, depression to take hold of you anymore. You're freeing yourself. And as well as freeing yourself, you're also telling yourself the truth, right? You're uncovering certain truths in what you study. You're not alone. Everyone has maybe experienced certain thoughts that you have, right? And I feel like half the battle is feeling like we're only going through certain things by ourselves, when that is just not the case. What is the case is everyone has certain thoughts. It's dwelling on those thoughts. It's living in those thoughts. It's letting those thoughts inundate you. That becomes a problem, right? So what I'm getting with this Justice card on top of the Nine of Swords, pile number one, is that you are becoming more balanced. You're becoming more even kiltered, and you're starting to tell yourself the truth of the matter. And the truth of the matter is you are not your anxiety. You are not your fears. You are not your worries. You are. You just are. You know what I'm saying? You're none of that. You're the observer, right? Justice is blind truth. So that is the truth of the matter. You're the observer of your thoughts. You're the observer of what's going on. You're not your body, your thoughts, your mind, any of that. It's a part of you, right? But you're not that. You are the observer. You are the watcher of it, okay? With the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, there's wish fulfillment here. And to me, this is a monetary wish that you have been asking for long and hard. And not even just monetary, especially with the Queen of Pentacles. Yes, you're becoming abundant. So this is the person who you're transforming into an even kiltered person who has wished for abundance, and now that wish has been answered, pile number ones, okay? But someone who's kind, who's caring, and who will share that wealth and abundance with their loved ones, with their communities, okay? Who has a good heart and who will be able to give to others as they need to, but also without depriving themselves as well, right? Being proud of the accomplishments that they've achieved, especially maybe in work or business or finance, okay? And having, like I said earlier, a wish fulfillment as it pertains to abundance. I feel like pile number ones, you all are embodying aspects of this Queen of Pentacles. Some of you could be earth signs. Not necessarily the case. It doesn't have to necessarily be the case. But with this Queen of Pentacles energy, it's almost like, look at how this Queen of Pentacles is studying this coin in their hand. Okay, so it's almost like you have been studying something long and hard, and now it's come to fruition and it's making you extremely happy and satiated, okay? In the center of your reading with the Eight of Wands and the Three of Wands, there has been a lot of downloads. I feel like you are becoming like, you are just grasping a lot of communication being sent your way because of this expansion. It's happening really fast. So let me slow down, because along with this Eight of Wands, I'm getting that energy of like fast pace. Like, so your whole life this time next year could be taking off. And it's because of certain things, ideologies, certain things of studying that you have implemented, and you're expanding in the process. You could be traveling a lot as well during this time, pile number ones, and it's a lot to take in. I feel like there's a lot of communication. There could be people wanting you in this city, people wanting you in this country, people wanting you, you know what I'm saying? Calling for you to come and to exchange ideas, resources, values with them, okay? Because you're very expansive, like you're an expanding being, and people are seeing this and noticing this, and they want more of it. Pile number ones, okay? Like I just addressed the Death card and the Magician, a complete transformation. This is like a 180 transformation here. And I feel like the path you were on that allowed you to study, right? To be a student of life has completely worked out in your benefit by this time next year. It's almost like I said earlier, you're going to be unrecognizable, the person who you've become in the process, right? With the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups, I feel like you're very passionate about what you do, but you have established boundaries. Okay, you know you've had, and not just any boundaries, but mental boundaries, right? You give love, you're compassionate, you're passionate about what you do and how you share that love and evoke, but then you cut it off to a certain degree. So here's an example. Let's say you're a public speaker, pile number ones, and you know, you give everything you have on stage to the people around you, right? But to evoke that message, right? You give everything you can on stage, right? And with that, it takes a lot out of you. So maybe when you're at dinner with a loved one or something, and maybe you're really recognizable. This is just the first instance that came to mind, so bear with me. Maybe you're really recognizable and someone comes up to you, they might be a little put off that it's not the same energy on stage as it is if they come up to you and just say, hey, I love your work, da da da, or ask you for something, you know. They might be a little like, that's interesting. Like it's a different energy, not a bad energy. It's like, it's just, you can tell the lines that you've drawn in the sand between what you do versus where you are in the present moment, right? That's what I'm getting for this King of Swords and this Knight of Cups energy. This could definitely be people coming in, but I'm looking at it as you in your totality and who you're transforming into. And this is a person who is an innovator, who is a visionary, who is thought-provoking, and who utilizes their passions, right? Who utilizes their passions to bring forth these ideas and ideologies, but who also is clear and concise about their boundaries. And I say that because it's almost like night and day difference, right? You can give without depleting yourself because you've established these boundaries. And we have the Justice card and we have the King of Swords. And these two people, or these two depictions on these cards, mimic each other very well in saying, hey, I just have to keep it very honest and concise with you and with the message that I'm putting out there. And I also have to continue to reiterate and do that for myself. So that's what you're doing. You're not a different person. You are literally invoking the same, whether it be techniques or principles that you tell others to do, and this could be in your line of work, right? In your own life, right? And so it could be a little off-putting because a lot of the times people feel the need to please, right? And this could be a case too, Libra energy too, feeling the need to like always be neutral, which is a good thing for your mind, right? To not, carry the weight of one thing over another, but to be neutral. But what I'm also getting is to not people please, right? To not hide behind this veil and to just be open and honest about where you're at and how you're doing it. And this is how you're transforming, completely night and day. Now there is material shift for the better as well come this time next year for you, pile number ones. And I hope you really do see that and understand that you're going to be in a very abundant state, especially emotionally with the queens, right? But mentally, you're sharp as a tack, and you have created mental boundaries that allow you to have fun with life, that allow you to integrate your passions into what it is that you're doing. Because this is what I'm getting with the Knight of Cups. You have integrated your passion, but you have not allowed it to be at the mercy of your mind, if I'm saying that correctly. Like, you haven't allowed it to, like, be your undoing. Okay, I feel like you're doing this in a very streamlined, systematic way, and because you've had to study this, right? You've had to study it, and you've had to learn how to be this person. But abundance is yours, and it's almost like night and day difference of how you're living. You're gonna be having everything that you want and more come this time next year, pile number ones. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. I am filming this on the new moon in Virgo. I decided not to do a new moon in Virgo reading just because, I don't know, I just felt really compelled to to do this one. So let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving clear, concise, accurate messages to our pile number ones. Who are pile number ones reinventing themselves as by this time next year? So like, again, complete and utter 180 transformation night and day. And not only on the external, but on the internal as well, pile number one. So amazing job. I feel like if you all have been asking and studying about abundance, it's yours. Like so much, it's going to be an overflow of abundance. Okay. So, yeah, let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. Who are they reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Thank you. So we have scrying mirror projection. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Who are pile number ones reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. Okay. We have wishbone affirmation. That's so interesting. And then we have aura observation. What did I say? That is so trippy. We have at the bottom of the deck, thunder and lightning power. Okay, you're reclaiming your power. This was also in another reading too. I think the reading that I just posted about your north node. So if you all are interested in that north node reading, or you didn't see it, definitely go watch that, because I feel like these are correlated. So we have scrying mirror projection. We have aura observation. You're becoming the observer of your life now. And wishbone affirmation, things that you have wished for are here. You're becoming the person who you studied to be, pile number ones, okay? You are becoming that. You have, by this time next year, you have become that person. I feel like with scrying mirror projection, I'm also getting like beauty. Some of you could just be revamping your look, reinventing yourselves externally as well. But you're also, I feel like maybe this might pertain to now because you took a look in the mirror, right? Observation. You took a look at yourself. You took a look at your aura and realized what you needed to change. You might have endowed yourself with a lot of study about this, and you took a look at what you needed to do and you fixed it. This could be through affirmations, okay? But whatever you have been wishing for, you're now living the life of your dreams. You're now living the life that you had once dreamt about, once projected yourself into, okay? And also, pile number ones, you're not allowing other people to project on you, and you're not taking on that energy anymore, especially with the Justice card and the King of Swords. You're allowing yourself to be lighthearted, to be playful, but you don't. And I'm just thinking about the good things with the Knight of Cups. Like, yes, the Knight of Cups could stand for romance, but that's not what I'm getting with this card right now. What I'm getting with this card is being passionate about life and allowing yourself to love what you're doing. You're cutting off a lot of people who are in and out, who are fickle, who might drain you of your reservoir, because as you can tell with this Knight of Cups, it's a stream of water, but it's not that deep. You know, it's very surfacey. So that's also what I'm getting. You're placing boundaries, you know? You're just placing boundaries, which is really good. And I feel like this time next year, those boundaries will be needed now more than ever, okay? So let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing. For cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving clear, concise, accurate messages to our pile number ones. Clear, concise, accurate messages, Spirit. Who are pile number ones reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Who are pile number ones reinventing themselves as by this time next year, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. We have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Who are pile number ones reinventing themselves as by this time next year? We have be bold and make the first move, cardinal moon. Okay, let's see. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Who are our pile number ones reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Ooh, okay, so I wanted to pull 3, but 4 came out. So we have surrender to the divine, full moon, and balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon and Pisces. So we have 2 full moons. This surrender to the divine card always gives me hangman energy, right? Letting go, surrendering, sacrifice, you know, things of that nature. And it's interesting that Pisces came out too. So what I'm getting is like, I feel like you all are surrendering a lot of things emotionally that no longer serve you, right? Especially with that Knight of Cups energy. You're keeping things light, okay? You're keeping things light, and I love that. I love that because I feel like pile number ones, you all might have the capacity to be over serious or to take yourselves very serious, and that's okay. Nothing's wrong with that. But when we take ourselves very seriously, I feel like sometimes we lose the magic in life, right? And I feel like you all are regaining that magic. You all are balancing the magic with the practical, balance spirituality with practicality. And so you're in a more centered focus space. The first card to come out was take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. You're learning how to exhale, right? You're learning how to breathe from your diaphragm, from your tummy, right? And with doing that, be bold and make the first move. You're more bold in your convictions, right? You're honoring yourself more because you're not allowing superficial things or external things, whether that be validation or whatever the case, right? To me, external validation is what mostly coincides with people pleasing and with people who want to overly please everyone in their lives because they feel like they need that external validation from them. But with be bold and make the first move, what I'm getting is that you are conscientiously being bold within your own self, okay? Because you've had some time to cultivate those boundaries that you needed to set and not to let anyone cross those boundaries that you've set into place, right? And I feel like it took a long time to learn this, okay? But here you are this time next year implementing it and immaculately so, like almost like perfectly, as perfect as it can get. And what that has done is it's bringing in a lot of material growth and prosperity as well, and contentment as well, alongside completely transforming yourself from the inside out, pile number ones, okay? So let's end your reading. I actually got a new tarot deck. It's called the Angel Tarot by Travis McHenry, if you all are interested. I think I seen a reader with these a long time ago, and I was like, ooh, I love these angel cards. It's tarot. I didn't realize that. I thought they were like oracle cards, but I just want to pull some angel cards and get some angel messages to end off your reading, pile number ones. But amazing reading. You all are growing up and you're establishing yourself with your boundaries primarily, but also as a force to be reckoned with in business as it pertains to your creativity. Because with the Knight of Cups and the Queen of Cups, I get a lot of creative energy. So yeah. Tell us more, Spirit. Last messages for our pile number ones. Messages from their angels. What messages do the angels want to offer pile number ones in regards to who they're reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Who are our pile number ones reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Thank you. Interesting. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, and the angel is Lelahel, and then it says the praiseworthy God, and it says light of understanding, and that's the astrological meaning of this angel, light of understanding, and acquires knowledge and cures illness. So I love that. Let's pull 2 more. Tell us more, Spirit. advice, guidance, and wisdom from pile number one's angel spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay, so let's pull one more card. Clear, concise, accurate messages from pile number one's angels. Advice, guidance, and wisdom from pile number one's angels. One more card. Maybe only 2 angels wanted to come out, so I'll just leave that. We have the Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck, Metatron, the recording angel, advancements and progress. Okay, so that's the astrological meaning of Metatron. It says teaches, guides, and records events in life. Teaches, guides, and records events in the book of life. That's really cool. So let's see your other angel who came out. So we have the 9 of Wands with Hahasaya. So it says God, the impenetrable secret. Wow, beautiful. It says universal medicine, elevation of the soul, and the revelation of mysteries. I love that. So we have Hahasaya and Lelahel. Okay, so card number 51 is 5 and 1 together. That's 6. And card number 6 with the Knight of Pentacles with Lelahel. So that's 6 and 6. So there could, again, a lot of material abundance coming into your lives right now. And I feel like with these angels, they want you to look, light of understanding. And what do we do to gather more understanding? We study, right? We read, we research, we, try to expand our knowledge base, okay? So that's what you're doing. And then with universal medicine, not only do you want to also do this for yourself, but you want to spread it to others, okay? So this is what you could be doing for your line of work also, as well, pile number ones. And that's how you're how you're transforming, who you're transforming into this time next year, right? Yeah. A healer, but also someone who has been healed, okay, and who helps to heal, and a teacher, right? So, yeah. You could also, I don't know why I'm getting this, you could also heal recording artists with Wheel of Fortune, Metatron, the recording angel. This says the recording angel, and I know it means recording in a different way, but as soon as I seen this, I thought of like singers and rappers and songwriters and musicians primarily, right? So I thought that was interesting. But yeah. But with that being said, my lovely dreamy dreamers, I love you so much, pile number ones. Keep studying, keep growing. You all are definitely, if you subscribe to that category, you guys are light workers and you all have the capacity to heal through your own personal healing. But also I realize that you're all placing certain boundaries so that you won't be depleted. There's a lady named Lisa Nichols, and I was watching something the other day, and she was like, no, don't let people drink from your cup. Let them get from the saucer, right? So like, let's say, people who drink tea or whatever, or use saucers underneath their cups, be so in a state of overflow to where the water or whatever is in your container is outpouring from your cup to the saucer, and let people drink from that. Don't ever let your well be that depleted because you're letting people drink from the source of you. You know what I mean? And when I heard her say that, I was like, epiphany. Holy crap. So for someone out there, this could also be a wake-up call or an understanding. Don't let people completely diminish your reservoir. Let people drink from the saucer, not the cup, okay? So again, with that being said, pile number ones, I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. What an exciting place and person you're becoming into. And not only exciting, completely inundated with abundance, material, spiritual, emotional, physical, and also allowing yourself to maintain those boundaries, and not to be taking, not to be depleted from. Okay, so with that being said, my lovely dreamers, I love you so much. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, I love you so much, pile number ones, and I'll see you in our next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos, welcome back to your reading. So let's hop right in. Who you will be reinventing yourself as by this time next year. So this is a timeless reading. Whenever you come across this reading, it should resonate for you, okay? If it doesn't, take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? So let's hop into it. So you all chose this depiction of this hand with a lot of symbolism surrounding it. I recognize certain symbols, not all of them. I know these are like astrological symbols. This one, this one, this one. I know we have the key, the heart, the sun, the star of David. We have the crown, we have the moon. Okay, so let's reveal who you're reinventing yourself as by this time next year. Love it. Pile number twos, love it. So we have card number 4, beauty. It says, I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. Okay, so you all are reinventing your looks. Okay, you're reinventing not only your looks, but the way you see beauty, the way you identify beauty, right? This could be through nature. This could be through just your physical presentation. And this is more so beauty of the heart is what I'm also getting. This is a new deck for me, so I definitely want to read a little bit from the guidebook just to give you more clarity on what this card means. But you all could be growing out your hair, okay? You all could be wearing your hair more natural or in its like natural state and finding beauty in that. So maybe not always like pulling your hair back or keeping it in a bun or keeping it in a ponytail, or even if you're masculine energies are watching this reading, you all could be like even maybe growing out your hair, you know, because our hair is our antennas, right? But you could be beautifying yourself more, maybe becoming more clean cut, like going to the barber if you know you're a male, going to the hairdresser if you're a female, things of that nature. However you identify or however you personify your beauty, right? So the number 4 is really interesting too. I'm getting structure. I'm getting stability. Okay, so I feel like the more stable you become in the mind, heart, body, spirit, the more you exude a natural beauty or something like that. So let's read what this spell is all about. Okay, so let's see. So it says, so we have card number 4, beauty. It says, nearly everyone at one time or another has wished they were beautiful. Everyone is beautiful and everyone has their own unique expression of beauty. However, the mythic power of a lovely face and desirable form is a very real source of power within our cultures. It says it can have very unhealthy manifestations. With this spell, you will conjure forth the true beauty that sleeps deep within you. This spell will help you feel beautiful, and as a result, you will radiate a kind of loveliness. It says your inner beauty will blossom and you will be like a light in the darkness. If this card has chosen you, the universe wants you to know that being beautiful is a natural outcome of believing in the beauty that already exists within you. That's beautiful. It says it is about letting go of the critical gaze you may have developed, the stereotypes that surround us all, and knowing that within you is beauty. This spell will reconnect your inner beauty with your outer self, thus reconnecting your inner and outer selves. You will look upon your own divine form with sincere love and respect. You will become beautiful by knowing that beauty is present within you and always will be. If you have chosen this spell, much love to you. You are ready to overcome feelings of not being good enough. and to embrace that you are worthy and that you are beautiful, that you are desirable. When you cast this spell, you will be harnessing the power of your own inner beauty. This will manifest on your face, in your body, and in the way you treat yourself, and thus the way you treat and the way others treat you will also transform. It says, everyone is beautiful. We simply need to learn how to recognize and acknowledge this beauty and then radiate it outward into the world where others can behold it. This sets up a ripple effect where other people begin to explore the beauty of the divine within their own form and face. The world is a better place when people celebrate their own beauty. This spell will more than help you on your way to recognizing your own. So there's a beauty spell. It's kind of long. I told pile number ones that I would try to put their spell, like paraphrase it or something down in the description box. So I think I will also do the same for you guys. Okay. So again, pile number twos. Yeah, I feel like you're getting out of this phase or a time in your life where you feel like you're lacking in some form, okay? Whether that be in your appearance, whether that be on how you feel inside, right? Because, you know, I'm a huge student, or dare I say, a listener to the great, passed away thought leader Neville Goddard. And Neville Goddard says that everyone is us pushed out, right? Everyone is a part of us, right? The universe is us pushed out, right? So if you're recognizing the beauty in other people, you have to understand that that's beauty that dwells in you as well. So I think you're coming to understand that, and you're not letting things from the past stall you from the recognition of that, okay? But I digress. Let's move forward into your reading. We have at the bottom of the deck the World card, okay? So there's a lot of semblance of success, of transformation, right? Of feeling renewed, of feeling like you're whole and complete. And this is who you're transforming into by this time next year, pile number twos. You all are taking autonomy of yourself and are really feeling like you've integrated a lot of the things that you have once learned. And you're definitely experiencing a lot of soul integration right now, a lot of completion of old cycles, letting go of what no longer serves in order to immediately go into the things that serve your purpose and serve you as a human, okay? I feel like you feel this interconnectedness with everyone around you and everything around you, okay? And you are really beginning to celebrate yourself more and more and more, pile number twos. And I think it's about time, okay? So again, let's hop into your reading. Let's hop into your reading, pile number twos. We have the Six of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Ace of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. Starting from the center of your reading, pile number twos, with the Emperor and the Lovers, I have a feeling there is a choice that I think it's interesting too. Let's start there, that you have the World card at the bottom of the deck, and we have the Lovers, which to me is a lot. It talks about making a decision as well as bringing in a soulmate connection, right? But I feel like how Abraham Hicks talks about, or Esther Hicks, whatever she goes by, are you a mate to your own soul? You're becoming more of a mate to your own soul, okay? With the World card, it speaks about integration of the masculine and the feminine, right? And what I'm getting is that you are integrating both of those aspects into your life more and more and more. And with the Emperor here, you are taking autonomy and ownership of yourself like you have never before, pile number twos, okay? Also, there could be an Aries in your life in the next, there could be an Aries coming into your life, or an Aries in your life by this time next year. to where, you know, you've met your match, you've met your soulmate, almost like that other half, so to speak, right? But what I'm getting is that you've always had this other half within you. So anyone you're meeting on the external was always just a portion of who you were. You know what I'm saying? And it's being back reintroduced to you, right? Not that it's went anywhere, but, you know, it's almost like you have it, they have it, you guys have more of it together, so to speak. Also, another frame of reference, the Emperor card and the Lovers, you know, you're building something. And I feel like there's been very pivotal decisions that you've had to make in regards to, think about it, the Lovers. It talks about beauty in and of itself. The Garden of Eden was one of the most beautiful places known to man. And till this day, people are like, wow, if we wouldn't have ate from the tree of knowledge, right? If we wouldn't have gotten so allured by this serpent, then maybe we could have continued this beauty, you know, and we wouldn't have even had to know the lack of it, right? So what I'm getting is that definitely there's this integration. There's also self-ownership as well as taking accountability for the way you see yourself and the way you see the world and the way you make decisions. But I'm also getting is that there is a leader here within you that is being pronounced more by this time next year, pile number 2s, and you have had to make tough decisions in the past to be brought into this state, right? To be brought into this integrated state that you're now in a year from now, pile number 2s. I feel like you all are very, it's funny because a lot of my Aries friends say they self-regulate, which I love. I'm like, that, yes, that's great. That's what's needed in society, is learning that, right? It's a really good skill to learn. And I feel like not only do you self-regulate, you're on top of it. You're on top of the decisions that you need to be made, that need to be made, and you're making them very, very well, pile number 2s, okay? So beginning back to the beginning of your reading with the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Swords, you're no longer letting memories of the past trick you. That's just what it's like. It came clear as day. Pile number 2s, you're no longer letting memories of the past trick you, and by doing that, you're also giving your younger self that gift, right? It's interesting too, the 7 of Swords, I always see where the 7 of Swords is looking at, right? 7 of Swords looking at the 5 of Pentacles, rehashing the past. You're no longer tricking yourself and playing victim, right? You're taking ownership, autonomy over yourself and the decisions that you make now, right? And you're learning that that contributes to your own inner well-being, right? Inner well of resources and reservoirs that could either deplete you of this inner beauty, thus depleting you maybe externally or to the untrained eye of your outer beauty. You're stopping that, right? You're filling yourself. You're fulfilling yourself. You're filling yourself up, your cup up. It's interesting that the Queen of Cups is here because the Queen of Cups is the only court card, or the only card in the cup suit that's holding like the Holy Grail in their hand, which is self-love. And they're perplexed. They're trying to open it. It's almost like that's been your journey, you know, and this time next year, that's who you're reinventing yourself as. You're no longer playing the victim in your life. You're choosing to be the main character of your life. With this Emperor card here, you're deciding to be the main character of your life, pile number 2s, okay? And with the Queen of Cups, you finally found the way to open up this Holy Grail, which is self-love. And you're doing that. You're no longer letting the past and the past memories of feeling like a victim plague your mind, right? I posted this card, like a few months ago. It's been some time, at least 5 or 6 months ago, about this card, and I put a quote under it, and it's "Thoughts are thieves," right? "Thoughts are thieves," I think, by Joseph Murphy. If you all can, go back to the community tab and just look for this card. And I posted a quote underneath it. And I was like, wow, that's the perfect way to describe the Seven of Swords, because if my memory serves me right now, and I think that's what it was like, negative thoughts are thieves. Not like, obviously not all thoughts are thieves, but negative thoughts are thieves. I think that's what it said. And that's what it is. Negative thoughts are thieves. So don't let your negative thoughts be your thief of your joy. And you're no longer doing that. You're giving your younger self that gift, okay? You're giving this when you come across this reading, you're giving your future self is giving this to you now. Is no longer allowing you to play the victim in your lives and to take accountability for your thoughts and how they're manifesting on the external, right? I really hope that makes sense, pile number twos. So with the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords, yeah, I feel like you're being inundated in a new level, okay, of thought. You're clearing your mind. You're gaining clarity about almost like antiquated structures. I'm getting antiquated ideologies, dogmas with this Hierophant card, right? You're being propositioned, you're being ushered into the next level, to the next tier of your thoughts and your mind. And with that, it's interesting because the Hierophant has a 3-tiered crown, which stands for the conscious, the unconscious, and the superconscious, right? Or the conscious, the subconscious, and the superconscious, whatever you call that. And I think it's interesting because boom, we have crowns here and here, and it's like you pierce through the veil, you pierce through that crown. So now you're not only being thwarted to your purpose, your mission, what you have been sent on this earth to do, okay? You know that thoughts create things. So if thoughts create things, it creates feelings first, right? Because it's thoughts, it's feelings, and then boom, the material shows up. So what you're now doing is you are now giving yourself the keys of understanding when you need them, and it's time. And it's interesting, pile number twos, I'm just now noticing this, right? 4, 5, 6. So it's like you literally had to, this was a mission to get to this. First, you had to take self-accountability. Then maybe you had to seek the wisdom, right? Some of you might have wanted, some of you may want to go back to pile number ones and read that, get that reading too, because I feel like these are connected here, right? So in order to integrate, what I'm getting with this Lover's card is integration, okay? You had to integrate the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? First it was one, then this one is now teaching these two, and then now these two can go to integrate the knowledge, right? It's like an origin story here, pile number twos. This is very interesting. But again, how you're reinventing yourself is through your appearance, and not just through your external appearance, but how you perceive yourself from the inside out, okay? And you're showing up a year from now, beautiful, vibrant, luminous. Look at this sun and how it's shining on these two people, right? Again, with the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords, I feel like you have the clarity that you have been seeking in regards to this beautification of the mind, body, and spirit, right? That's what's happening here. With the Queen of Wands and the 10 of Wands, look, you've gotten there. You're hot stuff, babes. Y'all are hot stuff now, but you're always going to realize it took a lot of work to get here, and it's going to take a lot of work to maintain this. And I'm not just talking about external beauty. I'm talking about doing the constant work from the inside out in order to continue to see the outward effects of that work, if that makes sense, okay? And you've acquired the wisdom. Even the Ace of Swords and the Hierophant, it's all about wisdom and utilizing the wisdom that you've acquired in order to retain or to obtain the results that you're seeking. And it's easy. Beauty is of the mind, and then it's of the external, right? Think about it. So I feel like you're just who you're reinventing yourself as, who you're becoming in the process. Pile number 2 is this person who has had to learn how to turn on their beauty, because it's always on the inside and it's always on the external. It's just sometimes we have to turn on the lights when it's dark outside in order to see what is before us, what's actually here, right? Because sometimes we're just in the dark and we don't realize, our own beauty, but it's interesting how we can realize the beauty of others. And it's usually through that dark places which these transformations take place, right? So you're giving yourself that gift of utilizing everything you have worked so hard to understand, right? With this Hierophant card. And now you're giving it to yourself. And it took work, it took dedication, it took time, but you got there. And not only are you beautiful and luminous, but you're also getting a lot of work done. You're very successful. Okay, it's not just the external, the aesthetic of your beauty, but you're now putting that beauty into your work and you're telling others how to do it, right? How to transform their lives if they want to see different results, do different things is what you're basically telling people. And not only to do different things, but to think a different way. Okay, what is the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. You're telling people how to remain calm, cool, and collected, how to be sane, how to love themselves in a society that would rather us not, right? For their benefit, for the people who are, just trying to sell you things just for selling's sake. That's all I'm saying, right? You're buying into you now. You're not buying into the beauty standards. You're buying into you and who you are and who your friends are and who your family are. That's what you deem as beautiful, right? And it took time to get there, but you're here, okay? So let's pull some more cards. This could also be a part of your line of work, pile number 2s. Yeah. Tell me more, God. Clear, concise, accurate messages. It's almost like this could be your line of work, is telling people you decide who you want to be as well. Okay. Tell me more, God. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 2s. Who are pile number 2s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Who are our pile number 2s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay, so a lot of cards came out for y'all. I'm shook right now, pile number 2s. Hold on, I'll show you why. I'm pretty sure you know why already, but let's line these cards up. You're really giving yourself a gift right now. You're really giving yourself a gift, and I'm telling you now, pile number 2s, check out pile number 1s, because that's also correlated with what's going on here, okay? But again, so here, okay, let's start why I'm shook. Why I'm shook, pile number 2s. It's all in your hands, babes. This is like the same thing. I'm actually really shook right now. Pile number 2s. This is trippy for me. Okay. So again, yeah, it's in your hands. It's up to you. Okay. And look, palmistry interpretation. It's your interpretation of something that makes it real. It's your perspective, right? So there you go. Now, we also have another hand here. So we have psychometry, sensitivity. We have smoke prayers. We have spells, alchemy, and we have fortune, fortuitous. Who you're reinventing yourself as is someone who is extremely fortuitous, okay? Not only are you creating beauty in your physical appearance by thinking beautiful thoughts, right? You're creating it from the inside out, but you're also creating a very abundant environment to live in, right? And it's taking a lot. It's going to take some work. but you're willing to do it. And not only are you willing to do it, but you look good doing it. Pile number 2s. With spells alchemy, I feel like you've been inundating yourself with a lot of, maybe use this spell, right? Because this is a spell card. So really use this spell and it'll work for you. So I have to put it in the description box now. It's going to be long, but now I feel like I have to. Okay. And you don't have to use this spell, but use words of affirmation. Know that your words, the words that you speak, are spells in and of itself. So if you have been praying to feel more beautiful, to see the beauty and the love and the very Venusian energy, right? The Libra energy, start by implementing it with yourself through your heart space, right? And I'm seeing 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So you're manifesting this this reinvention of your external through your internal state. And how you're going to do that, first and foremost, is through prayer and through words of affirmation. Okay. What I'm also getting, pile number 2s, is you all have the gift of sensitivity. So a lot of your feelings aren't even your own. You take them on as your own. A lot of those feelings of maybe insecurity or not being enough, that's being in the world and being of it. But what do the wise sages of antiquity tell us? The Bible, all that. Be in the world, but not of it. You can be in the world, but don't let it succumb you. Don't let it use you as a martyr, right? And because you all do have this gift of sensitivity, it's your superpower, but it could also be your kryptonite at the same time. So you have to create boundaries, right? And you have to completely re-inundate yourself with words of affirmation every single day, because it's just a lot of thoughts and frequencies coming to you at all times. So it's almost how they say my work here is never done. A lot of people say that in actual work, like when they go to their office, but that is it's funny and it's a euphemism because it's true in every aspect of your life. The spiritual work is never done. The physical work is never done. The mental work is never done. You know what I'm saying? All of it. It's never done. So you have to keep reminding yourself that, and find joy in the process, and not necessarily an outcome, because when you're looking for an outcome, then sometimes you're destabilizing it in your life. You're it's almost like, what is it called? You're like watching water boil. It's like the longer you keep your eyes on the pot, the longer it seems like it's taking the water to actually boil. Whereas if you just send it out, do what you have to do, and then proceed to the next task or whatever, then it'll just come to you. It's not like you're placing this on a pedestal or, having just super high expectations for something to turn out a way. Although it will. It's not the matter of if, but when. So you might as well just continue to carry on while you do these affirmations, while you pray, and pray without ceasing. Stay diligent in your prayers. And again, I love to say on this channel, don't pray by begging. Pray by saying it's already done. You're already beautiful, because there's no way you can't be beautiful, because we're all beautiful. We have to evoke that beauty, right? It's like saying, oh, I can't, okay, how can I put this without? It's like saying if you're in a you're a person in well health, and you're holding your breath and you're telling yourself you can't breathe. It's because you're holding your breath. Now, if you just sit down, calm down, and allow your normal breath, right, to take heed, or to, just your tummy to go up and then it to go down, and you calm down and you focus on breathing, then you'll be able to breathe again, right? And then you'll do so without even thinking about it, right? You're holding your breath, but you're telling yourself you can't breathe. And that, a lot of the time, that's what creates anxiety, right? So you're lessening this anxiety by just paying attention, calming down into this affirmation into this lifestyle, because it's a complete transformation, don't get me wrong, and your prayers are being answered. But the thing is I feel like pile number twos, a lot of you are being inundated with thoughts on the external and how other people feel about them, but what everyone is you pushed out. So there are certain figments, certain aspects in your heart that feel that way too, and that's why it can penetrate. So I feel like you are now starting to realize that and starting to guard against the gates of your mind, right? And now when doing that, you're allowing this fortuitous time to come in, and it almost looks like you've always been this way. You've always been this effortless. You've always got what you want, how you wanted it, when you wanted it, but it took a lot of work getting here, pile number twos. So A, congratulations for that, and B, you make things look effortless. You know, your beauty might make things look effortless to people, but in actuality, you spend a lot of time, you know, making this happen for yourself, right? Which through your thoughts and through making sure you create the boundaries within yourself and with others to maintain that really graceful, poised, beautiful aspects of your personality and your heart, thus exuding to your outside appearance. Also, what I'm getting is that you're a boss, and people might see you as intimidating, and as well as your beauty intimidating, but you're maybe starting to teach others how to evoke their own, so they don't have to feel intimidated by you or what your beauty, but what they're doing is making the choice to see their beauty within you. Because you know what I'm saying? That's what Namaste is. The light in me honors the light in you, right? So that's what's happening here. You're allowing others, by being autonomous, by, you know, being confident in your approach, to also decide to be confident in their approach as well, and to be confident in themselves and find the beauty that they've been seeking in themselves as well. Okay, so let's pull some more cards. Pile number twos. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number twos. Who will pile number twos reinvent themselves as by this time next year? Clear, concise. Oh, okay. So we're going to take those two. Wow. Again. We have at the bottom of the deck, conclusions are within reach. This card fell out, so we have take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. Yeah, I feel like you're giving yourself that good exhalation that you have been needing, right? That you have been wanting and needing, and maybe I don't know why I'm feeling like cutting yourself some slack. Like, it's almost like you forgot who you were, okay? So, look at this. We have a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra. And then we have luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. You don't know how much I love this. And I think I even said something about Libra energy as it pertained to Venusian energy and, you know, all that stuff. So I feel like, look, your worries, your concerns are dissipating. They're dissipating. You're very blessed. Especially this time next year, it's almost like I said, you make things look effortless. You know, it's so funny. There's this Judd Apatow film called The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Who doesn't know that movie, right? And, you know, the bald guy who Steve Carell's character went up to ask for, like, you know, like suggestions, like, hey, you know, I see you're very well kept, you're very put together man. Can you help me look this way so I can, you know, attract the person who I'm trying to attract? And he says the funniest thing, and he's like, oh, you think this is an accident? You think this is an accident? Premeditated, partner. Exactly. Like me and my a friend of mine used to quote that all the time because it was just so funny how he said it. And it's true. Like, this ain't an accident. It's premeditated. Like, I work on this, right? This is something that I work on. It's not, you know, just something that appeared, right? So this is what I'm getting. Also, pile number twos, you could take the edge off. You could take the stress out of your worry. I feel like if you've been anxiety ridden lately, if you've been worried, you're definitely transformed to the opposite of that come this time next year, because you're feeling very, not only lucky, blessed, you're feeling just blessed and inundated with people who love you, people who care about you. You could have like a person in your life who reaffirms to your beauty and inside and out, right? And I feel like you can take the load off. Like, you've been unnecessarily putting so much on yourself for no reason. And I feel like literally this time next year, you're going to see that. You're going to see that, right? You're going to see it for what it is. You're going to feel blessed. You're going to feel desirable and loved and cherished, to the point where you wouldn't even question your own beauty, your own inner beauty, your own outer beauty. That's not even a question in your mind anymore, pile number 2, okay? So let's conclude your reading and pull some angel cards. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, let me cleanse this deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude pile number 2's reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom from pile number 2's angels. I'm going to pick this card. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for from our pile number 2's angels about who they're reinventing themselves as by this time next year. Ooh, okay. Too many cards. Let's see. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Who are pile number 2's reinventing themselves as by this time next year, Spirit? Okay, there we go. Wow, very interesting, pile number 2. Bottom of the decks, we have Celia, God who stirs all men. I'm sorry, that's funny though. It says you're gonna be stirring up, a lot of stuff with your beauty. So you know what I'm. So once you start using these affirmations, maybe even this spell, and start like evoking your inner beauty outwardly, you're gonna be a heartbreaker, pile number 2. So it says motivation lifts up those who are fallen and humiliated. So like I said, you're no longer allowing thoughts from the past or to make you the victim. No, you're stopping that. And I say it's funny because we have the 6 of Cups here and we have the 6 of Cups here as well. But let's see. So let's uncover. We have the Tower, Uriel. It says the fire god. It says disruption warns of disaster, aids, and transformation. So I feel like a tower moment, it took you there. And I feel like it was a tower of the mind, because look at this angel has a sword in its hand, right? And a letter. So it's like this little munchkin ain't playing around. Uriel, okay? So look up Uriel. Angel Uriel is near you, and it aids in your transformation. This conclusion you reached is what aided to where you're gonna see yourself a year from now, okay? So we have the High Priestess. It says Aileia. Please forgive me for these angel names. Card number 44, God the Eternal Lasting. Success, protection from magistrates. I don't know what that means, but High Priestess energy, you know what to do, pile number 2s. And then the last, oh my gosh, I love this. The last message, the last angel, Mahel. I love this, such a pretty name. The Empress, okay? Godfather, the generous, fertility and fruitfulness. And look, you can't make this up, pile number 3s. We have the serpent on that tree of knowledge, and then we have the serpent right here. Yeah, you're beautified. Look, you might not even freaking recognize yourself by this time next year, because the way your thoughts have transformed your outer appearance. And I don't know why I keep getting it's your thoughts. Yes, you're going to take inspired action, whatever you have to do on the external, sure, that's a given. But your thoughts is going to radiate at such an alarming, like, vibratory nature to, like, you're going to have to not beat them off you with a stick, okay? You're going to have to beat them off you with a stick, okay? Pile number 2s, this is funny, male or female, okay? Whatever you're doing is gonna work, and you're gonna have to beat them off of you with the stick. And I use that as a metaphor, not in reality. Don't beat anybody with sticks, please. Come on. But you know what I mean. It's a euphemism, right? It's like you're gonna be evoking this beauty so much to the point where, you're just gonna be luminous from the inside out. And that's what we want. That's what everyone wants, right? And I like how it's the serpent wrapped around the tree, because you had to build this through the roots on out, right? So I love this for you, pile number 2s. I'm so blessed to have all of you in my lives, and all of you who partake in the readings. Like, my goodness, it's overwhelming at times. Just the love and the compassion that we share as a community with each other. So again, pile number 3s, congratulations. You've done the work, premeditated, okay? So again, I love you so much, pile number 2s. With that being said, like, share, and subscribe this video. Share it with loved ones, family, friends, if it resonated with you. And until next time, I'll see you in our next readings. Bye. Hey, pile number 3s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this, like, sacred geometry emblem or something like that. This is a brand new deck that I just got. It's called Magical Spell Cards. Excuse me. And yeah, this is what you all chose, pile number 3. So let's reveal who you're reinventing yourself as by this time next year, okay? Oh my gosh, beautiful. So we have card number 43, Harvest. It says, as the waves of the ocean are infinite, as the trees in the forest grow tall, let my work now bring me to harvest. I am ready to receive my all. Okay, so card number 43, we have 4 plus 3, that's 7. So this is a bounty. This is a bounty for your hard work and effort. Pile number 3, okay, so this time next year, you're going to have like an overflow of abundance, okay? And not just an overflow of abundance, but something that you have been working towards, okay? I do want to read a little bit to you this card from the guidebook, so give me a moment. Card number 43, let's see. So these, this is kind of long, so bear with me, pile number 3. So we have card number 43. It says harvest. It says, you have sown the seeds, done your work, and magically thought about your life. The time is now coming for your harvest, all the results of your actions, thoughts, and dreamings. What a momentous time, because it is through harvest that we learn who we have chosen to be and what we have chosen to do. The universe now guides you to look ahead, to see where you will be going, so you can make any necessary changes in the present moment, so that when you bring in your harvest, it will be good. I love that. It says, if this spell chose you, the universe is telling you that the time is coming for the results of all your words, actions, and thoughts to manifest in the world. You shall sow as you have reaped. What will your harvest be? You, more than anyone, know how you have lived and what will be, and what will be. Your destiny is so very much your own creation. This spell will help you to bring the very best out of the coming harvest. Make any necessary adjustments and learn quickly, so that harvest shall be a time of bounty from this time forth. Love this. It says, if you chose this spell, you know you have a little more work to do and action to take to create the very best outward manifestation of your work. With this spell, you will learn more about what to do and where to focus in order to bring about the very best harvest for you and yours. This harvest will sustain you, and You will learn so much as a result of casting this effective practical magic spell. So there is a harvest spell. I was telling the other piles that I was gonna put like the little spell in the description, and I'm just gonna stick to that just because it's a whole nother page to read, and it's just for, you know, for time's sake, I'm gonna put the harvest spell in the description box. Okay. Or I might just put it on the screen. I might take a picture and put it on the screen just because I feel like if I do put it on the description box, it's kind of gonna tell what the cards were. So we'll see. We'll see, pile number 3s. Sorry, bear with me. I'm working it out in my mind. But anyways, I digress. There's a harvest coming, pile number 3, something that you've worked extraordinarily hard for. And to be honest, I felt like, yeah, you picked this card, but this card also picked you because you really picked this. You didn't know what was coming up. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you went through the deck and seen this and was like, oh yeah, this is, you know, I'm attracted to this. No, it's like you picked this and then this is what ended up showing up. So in regards to that, I feel like there is a bountiful harvest coming your way. Okay. And for those, if you do need a little work, this is what's going to help you to solidify. Of course, there's going to be a bounty coming your way, but instead of like a small bounty, it's going to be a huge bounty when you work on the things that you work now, as opposed to this time next year, right? So you have more than enough time, okay? So again, pile number 3s, let's hop into your reading. We have at the bottom of the deck the Page of Swords, okay? So I feel like your mind has been very active, don't get me wrong. I don't know if it's a transit of a certain, I think we're in Venus retrograde. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But I say that because I know Venus loves to be in the sign Taurus and Libra. So again, with the Page of Swords, getting swords energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, you're having a very active, maybe even an overactive imagination. But I feel like you're well equipped to, you know, handle whatever thoughts or mindsets come your way. You can also be very curious, and you could also be observing a lot of things right now, pile number 3s. But how you're transforming in the near future is that of the observer. You're very watchful and diligent about the thoughts that you think, okay? Because you know from the past, from prior situations and maybe external experiences that you had in the past, you don't want it to be anything. You don't want to take that into your future is what I'm getting, right? So again, I digress. Let's move forward. We have the Tower, 4 of Cups, 8 of Swords, King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. And this is a gateway card, right? This is like a portal card. We have the 9 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, we have the Death card, King of Wands, and we have Justice, okay? So going into the center of the reading with the 8 of Swords and the Death card, I feel like you're ending a cycle of placing yourself, you're ending a cycle of arguing for your limitations. I don't know who I got that from, but I got that from like a speaker or a book or something like that. But you're no longer arguing for your limitations. And with the 8 of Swords, that's what is done. It's self-imposed imprisonment. It's putting yourself, locking yourself up, almost like punishing yourself with your thoughts for no reason. You're ending this cycle. You've completely transformed from this person who was getting in their own way or creating their own prison to this person who is completely transformed and who has broken themselves out of that, right? Who has deaded that, so to speak, okay? You're not your mind, pile number 3s, and I feel like you know that now. You know, at least this time next year, you know that, and you've completely transformed yourself from this limited belief into this section. You know what I'm saying? From this to this, okay? And again, pile number 3s, you're releasing these self-imposed shackles that you're placing yourself, and you're going after what you want. You're going after that castle in the foreground. You know, you're going after the things that you believe in. So going back to the beginning of the reading with the Tower and the Nine of Swords, there could have been like an epiphany or like something that happened that rocked you mentally. And sorry, I'm using the term rocked, but I don't know why, this is what I'm getting. Like with the Tower and the Nine of Swords, this could have happened like maybe not too far off from when you're now viewing this reading. But what I'm getting is that what I'm getting with the Tower is environmental. Something that you had been doing for a while that you were building up, right? And it was so built on faulty foundation, it had to come crumbling. And then I feel like maybe that's what left you kind of like in a state of anxiety, fear, worry, and it perpetuated itself, right? But you're having this awakening, this aha moment. Like, I want to rest. I want to sleep with ease and almost like immediacy. Like, I don't want to be up all night having these destructive, self-consuming thoughts. And I feel like you're just done with that. Pile number threes. We have the Tower and the Death card. You're done with that. And the Justice card. You're reestablishing balance. And this is where you're going to be at by this time next year. You're reestablishing your balance. You're reestablishing your focus. And your focus right now is on your harvest, okay? And I feel like it's good because now you're taking the attention off of your thoughts and off of the disempowering thoughts that you're having. And then you're freeing yourself from that, right? With the Death card. And you're allowing the thoughts to now be placed on something tangible. Like, what do I see for myself a year from now? How can I build my success up that within a year from now, I can be on top, you know? I can feel even. I can feel balance. I can feel abundant. I can feel like the leader who I am, right? So you're taking your power back, but on top of that, you're putting it into what you want to build and grow. And that could be in every aspect of your life, not just material, right? But there's a tangibility to the thoughts, the new thoughts, and the reframing of your mind, pile number threes, okay? With the Four of Cups and the Nine of Cups, what I'm getting is that it's interesting because immediately what I wanted to say is something that you asked for is being given to you, but now it's almost like you're changing your mind, like you don't want it. But what I'm really getting, or another thing is what I'm getting is you're coming from this apathetic state into like, you're feeling like you have all your ducks in a row. Like you're feeling more organized. You're feeling more like accomplished, right? Maybe you only had a certain amount of things. And then like, you know, the cups were coming in, but it was because of this self-imposed limitation, these worries, these thoughts. You weren't even in the energetic vibration to take them if they came anyways, right? Whereas now you're transforming your vibrations, and this is where how you're going to be reinventing yourself by this time next year is you're going to have all your ducks in a row. You're going to feel accomplished. You are reframing your mind so now you can feel like, you know, wishes are being granted and it could just feel lucky. But what's really happening is that you've prepared yourself for these blessings to come in. I feel like whereas in the past with the Four of Cups, you weren't prepared. You weren't mentally prepared. So when they were being given to you, you kind of like sent them on their way. But now you're collecting your cups, you're collecting your trophies, and you're lining them up because you're proud of what you've accomplished thus far. And this is who you're becoming now. You're not sending away love anymore. You're embracing the love. You're reveling in the love. You're proud of the love and the connection that you have with not just people, but with your work and with your bounty and the wishes that's being fulfilled for you, to the point where now you're not turning away the love that God, Spirit, Source, Energy is sending to you. You're embracing it, right? And these are, oh my goodness, it's so funny. Look, I'm filming this on the new moon in Virgo, my end. And I think it's interesting because in the readings I've been doing, this is the third pile so far, there's been a lot of similarities. This is almost like mirrored image, but in a different way. This is like what happens if I let anxiety, worry, fear consume me. I start to repel the thing, and not even repel, because God's Spirit, Source, Energy is still sending them in. It's just how you're looking at them. You're apathetic. You're, lackluster, like, ugh, another one, like I'm consumed. Whereas the Nine of Cups is proud of all this love and recognition. You don't even want to be recognized right now, pile number threes. And I feel like you are reframing that, whereas all this love and recognition, you can't even endure because of your mental state, right? How you're feeling emotionally. Whereas now you're flipping the script, and now you're like, I want it all. I want all the love. I want all the recognition. I'm going to let this fuel me instead of sending it on its merry way, because obviously it's being given to me for a reason, right? So I love that. I feel like by this time next year, you're reframing the way you think about things. And this could have been through meditation. Maybe you had to take a step back in order to see how much love is in your life and how much love people are trying to pour into you, but you're sending it away, or you were sending it away. And I feel like by this time next year, you're no longer doing that. These were just the self-imposed limits that you're placing on yourself. And by this time next year, you're going to be very proud of the people in your life and the people who show you love. Okay. So again, like I said, we already went through the Eight of Swords and the Death card. You're tired of that. You're tired of placing yourself in this self-imposed limited belief. So you're changing your beliefs. You're completely eliminating who you used to be to bring forth who you want to be, right? And now we have the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Not only are you on top of your harvest, okay? Harvest and the King of Pentacles, you're also standing up as a leader, and you're ready to help others do the same thing in their lives, right? But you had to get to this place first, pile number three. You had to become the master of your external conditions, right? To have all this abundance, have all this opulence within you in order to be the master of helping others maintain that as well. And that's what's leadership, right? Leadership is taking what you've learned and giving it to others to help not only better the individual, but to better the whole, right? And that's what you're doing right now. And it's interesting how the Death card and the King of Wands are like facing each other, like almost like at a battle. And I feel like you have to battle the old you all the time. It's you versus you, right? You're battling the old you versus the new you every single day. And you don't forget that. And I love this reading, actually. It's it's trippy because you're battling who you once were, right? Versus who you are now every single day. And it's almost like a reminder a year from now that this too shall pass, and I'm claiming my rightful place on my throne. And it's up to me to help my loved ones and my family and my friends and my community, because that's something that I signed up for, right? So with the Ace of Pentacles, and I'm saying I, as in, you, like, but, and that could just be one aspect, right? But you're definitely mastering your external, and you're mastering your energy as well, the energy you give to others as well as giving to yourself. You're no longer depleting yourself of energy by these worrisome thoughts you're giving to yourself, thus you could give to others. Like I referenced a Lisa Nichols quote in which she was like, don't stop allowing people to drink from your cup, have them drink from the saucer, right? Because when you allow people to drink from the source, which is the cup, okay, you're not going to be in a perpetual state of overflow, because you're probably going to deplete yourself sooner than you think. But if you allow them to drink from your saucer, then you can constantly pour into that cup and have that overflow and that abundance from that bottom that's holding that cup, that saucer, and then that's what you could give to others. And I just thought that was such a great way of looking at it, right? So with the Ace of Pentacles and the Justice card, you're opening up yourself to new ideas, new experiences, new tangible realities, pile number 3s, and you have really you've traversed that mountain in the background of this card, right? That's why they call this a gateway card. I know Ace of Pentacles is a gateway card, and also the 8 of Cups, right? But this is a new opportunity, a new life. You've made it through the threshold, right? You've made it from the mountains, which symbolically speaking represents obstacles, a journey, a hard journey, right? And you come to like the Garden of Eden, to like this fruition and this precipice of this new time in your life, and it's yours, and you're gonna revel in it, and you deserve this. To me, this is getting what you rightfully deserve. Okay, so not only is this harvest yours by divine right, but the way you think about life, how even in disposition you are, how balanced, how objective you are, how neutral you remain on certain things, you've earned this, pile number 3s. Okay, so this new you is looking danged good, I will say, pile number 3s. Congratulations in advance. So let's see, let's pull some more cards. Thank you, God, thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 3s clear, concise, accurate messages. Tell us more, Spirit, tell us more. Who is pile number 3 reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Who are pile number 3s reinventing themselves as by this time next year, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. Who are pile number 3s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Thank you. Let's straighten out this card. 2 more cards, Spirit. Who are pile number 3s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Earth. So, for some reason, I want to switch these positions. Okay, so we have at the bottom of the deck geomancy with patience. I felt like it's taken some time. It's taken some time and diligence and getting off track and coming back on track, and to come to where you are headed a year from today, a year from when you view this reading, right? It's taken a lot of focus, okay? Arrow focus. I feel like now you have your eye on the sparrow, have your eye on the prize. And with that, you're making your dreams come true. You're accomplishing things that, you've always wanted to, right? We have aura observation. Again, we have aura observation. We have the Page of Swords. So you're being the observer of your life finally. You're not letting your mind call the shots. You are telling your mind what to do, okay? You've been working on your aura, working on your energy, pile number 3s, and I think that's amazing. You know where you're going, right? You're very focused on where you're going. And I feel like I actually want to, let me change these back, because with the I Ching change, I feel like it's almost giving me tower energy, right? So with this, I feel like it was like an awakening moment, judgment energy as well. And you knew in order to be the best version of yourself, in order to have what you want, you have to become who you haven't been, right? So this started with changing yourself, changing the way you think, changing the way you look at things, and the way you look at things change, right? with your aura, you working on your energy, creating this force field, not allowing people to be a succubus on you, right? Not allowing people to claim your energy and use it as their own and then leave you depleted, right? And with arrow focus, what I'm getting right now is your focus on your harvest, your focus on your material wealth, and not just material wealth, but you understand fundamentally, whether it be money, whether it be resources, that everything is within us. So we have to make our inner worlds as pristine as possible. And it's not like, oh, I know there's so many people out there who make a lot of money and who are wrecked on the inside, right? So it's not like it always has to be that way. But when you maintain these riches, when you come to these riches, come to this abundance, come to this leadership, don't you want to enjoy it? You don't want to just get there on autopilot. You don't want to be at the mercy of your success. You want to embody success in the way at which when you step in a room, people can feel your aura and how magnanimous it is or how separating it is, right? You want them to feel like all eyes on you, like the magnanimous part. You don't want them to feel like, ooh, I want to stay away from this person, right? So not only are you working on your aura, your energy, you're observing the things around you that might put a hamper or that might contribute to what you don't want versus you want. You're very focused on an objective here, pile number threes. And with doing that, I feel like that's how you're building up your aura, is you're focusing on your objective. You're focusing on what you want to happen versus what you don't want to happen. And that's how you're reinventing yourself a year from now, is through reframing. And through reframing is going to have you master the outer world, have you master the material plane, have you master and keep these opportunities coming in, right? Also, how to master leadership in blind justice, right? Justice should be blind, whether it is or not. That's a whole nother reading or whatever discussion. But you're becoming blind justice unto you. You're not taking anyone else's crap and putting it on your own. You're not putting your crap onto anyone else. Excuse my French with crap, but you know what I mean. Putting your baggage or anything else onto anyone else. You're being very balanced out right now, and you're seeing things for as they are and objectively speaking. And you're being very truthful to yourself, which is thoughts create things. And because thoughts create things, you are inundating, you are reiterating that to yourself all the time, so you can know if anything that I'm experiencing on my external world that I don't like, I have to change me. I have to cleanse my aura. I have to cleanse my space. I have to observe what in the environment is contributing to this and either create boundaries with it or eliminate it completely, okay? So let's pull some... Oh yeah, let's pull some more cards for you, pile number threes. Let's see here. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Tell us more, Spirit. Who is pile number three reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Who are pile number threes reinventing themselves as by this time next year, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number threes. Who are pile number threes reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay, so we have a look at the bigger picture, full moon in Sagittarius. Let's see who are pile number threes reinventing themselves as by this time next year. We have conclusions are within reach. Yeah, you're concluding how you want to live your life. You're looking at the bigger picture. You're like, okay, enough is enough. I don't like how this is making me feel, so I'm going to completely change it and completely shift my focus until my harvest, what I want to come about, not what I don't. and how much I want to come about. And it's interesting, we have arrow focus, and we have arrow, and then we have a bow and arrow. Hello. So let me just, so it's giving me Artemis energy, okay? The goddess Artemis. It's almost like what you want, you can have. You really just focus on it, you know? What you focus on grows as well, okay? So one more card, Spirit. Who is pile number 3 reinventing themselves as by this time next year? We have bottom of the deck, full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. So let's see, y'all got 2 more cards. All full moon energy, very interesting. We have nothing is yet set in stone. This is something that you have to work every day with. That's what I said with the King of Wands and the Death card. Even a year from now, when you have obtained this glory, you still have to work every single day on it, right? And it's interesting because we have Sagittarius moon, and nothing is yet in stone. Mutable moon, Sagittarius is a mutable energy. So with mutable signs, I'm a Pisces, so I'm also a mutable sign. We acquiesce to the energies. You're working on not acquiescing to no one's energy if it's not higher than yours, right? If it's a low vibrational energy, you're not going to let that succumb you. You're not going to let that overcome you. If it's a higher energy, you might acquiesce to it, but you're monitoring and you're observing the energies around you as to not acquiesce to the energy in the room, unless it's the energy that you choose to acquiesce to, pile number 3s, or to conform to whatever, whatever you want to, however you want to say that. So let's see. I love this card. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. Do not give up. Now is crunch time. We have 4 more months of the year. So this is the last quarter. Is it the last quarter of the year? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But, do your own research, pile number 3s. But there's 4 months left in this year, right? September, October, November, December. 4 months. You know how much you can accomplish in the next 4 months if you just focus and keep your eye on the prize? That's it. You're this close. You're this close. Pile number 3s. Do not give up. Look at all this full moon energy. You're on the brink of a manifestation. Have that manifestation be what you long for, be what you desire, not what you don't desire. And it is going to be that. We have the King of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and the Justice card. You're definitely going to. Pile number 3s. So sorry. My battery died. But again, like I was saying, you're this close to all of this. But, what is it worth having if, we don't feel great about ourselves and how we're obtaining it from the inside out, right? So again, you're this close to achieving your goals. I don't remember where I left off, but that's from my memory. So again, let's pull some more cards to conclude your reading, pile number 3. Let's pull some angel cards, okay? See what your angels want you to know. Any advice, guidance, or wisdom they may want you to know. Moving forward. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving pile number 3s clear, concise, accurate, divine guidance and wisdom. Clear, concise, accurate, divine guidance and wisdom. For our pile number 3s to conclude their reading, Spirit, clear, concise, divine guidance and wisdom to conclude pile number to conclude pile number 3's reading. So we're gonna pick this angel. Clear, concise advice, guidance, and wisdom. Pick this angel. Clear, concise advice, guidance, and wisdom. For our pile number 3s. Who are pile number 3s reinventing themselves as a year from now? Okay, feeling default to discard. Cool. Beautiful energy. So we have at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups, Nithiel, card number 54. So that's number 9. God, the King of Heaven. Rejuvenation, obtains the mercy of God and gives long life. I love this. Okay, so you're getting what you want out of life as you're giving yourself to others, but not to the detriment of yourself, okay? So let's see. So we have the Hangman. Oh my goodness, did I? No, that was another reading, sorry. So we have the Hangman, Nelchiel. So this is the angel, says the only God, card number 21. So this is pile number 3, and we have card number 21, which is 3. It says desire for knowledge, protects from liars, evil spells, and bad spirits. I love that. So yeah, Nelchiel, if I'm saying that right, is protecting you right now, and you know that there's only one God. And when I say only one God, I mean like there's only one source, okay? There's only one source that you can derive from, and knowing that that source also lies in you. So you have to be very cognizant of how you're protecting your energy, which we just went through pile number 3s. So we have the Ace of Swords with Umabel, and it's card number 61, which is card number 7. It says God above all names elevated. It says affinity and friendship, obtain the friendship of anyone. Yeah. So I feel like your energy and your aura is becoming so amazing that, you know, people are just attracted to you. People are just attracted to you, okay? With the Ace of Swords, and there's a lot of clarity coming up as well as a victory, okay? And we have the Ace of Pentacles. Very interesting. We also have the Ace of Pentacles right here too. And then we have 2 aces. We have 3 aces. The bottom of the deck for the angels, we have the Ace of Cups. So that's very interesting. A lot of new beginnings, okay? A lot of new beginnings for you, pile number 3. So this angel is this is so hard. Kahethiel. And we have card number 8, the Adored God. It says divine blessing drives away evil spirits, rules agricultural production. So this also drives away and protects you from evil spirits or whatever, you know, bad energy, you know, take it if it resonates, okay? So bad energy. But with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Cups, there's like a whole new beginning, mind, body, and spirit, okay? So, you know, it might feel a little uncomfortable right now, pile number 3s, but your harvest is most definitely coming. And not only is it coming, you're being divinely protected while you wait, so to speak, okay? So with that being said, pile number 3s, I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. Amazing reading. I'm very proud of you all, and I can't wait to see how you reframe and you restructure and who you become in the process of your reinvention of yourself this time next year, okay? So with that being said, I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone else who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. Again, I love you so much, and until next time, I'll see you in your readings. Bye. Hey, pile number 4s, welcome back to your reading. So you all chose this eye with like this protection over it, okay? And yeah, without further ado, let's reveal who you are reinventing yourself as by this time next year. So we have safe travel, card number 22. It says, keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. Okay, so I feel like you could be traveling a lot by this time next year. You could also be doing international speaking, or I don't know why I got that. International speaking or international engagements, right? Maybe you're just traveling a lot more next year, but you're doing so safely. You're being very protected, right? And I'm having a feeling you're having a watchful eye kept kept on you at all times by like your higher self or your angels, ancestors, and guides. Okay, so with this safe travel card, it's also card number 22, which is a master number, particularly which stands for the master builder. So something you have built, whether it be a business or something like that, could be leading you to travel overseas or to have safe travels. I was also thinking about a merchant ship as well, you know. So 2 and 2, that is 4, but this is a master number, so I feel like, do we need to break it down? But you know, whatever. 2 and 2 is 4, so there's structure, there's stability here, there's safety, right? I do want to read a little bit from the guidebook in regards to this, just because it's a new deck, pile number 4s, and you know, I feel like you're just protected. You're protected every which way you come, whether you're traveling, whether you're at home, whether you're walking across the street, you're just protected. You're guided. You know, you are just secure. There's a security here around your presence and around your being, okay? But again, I digress. Let's delve more into this spell, okay? So let's see. So it says safe travel, card number 22. It says the excitement that accompanies a journey can often be tinged with nerves. It says, will we see our loved ones again? Will they or we make it safely through their adventures? It says, if this spell has chosen you, the universe is asking that instead of being fearful, you do something to help protect. Hold on. It says the universe is asking that instead of being fearful, you do something to help protect those whom you love. Cast this spell and know that magic will guide them back to you safely and happily. If you chose this spell, you know that fear is impractical, even harmful. It says by choosing to work this spell, you've learned a lesson already. Oh, okay. I see where this is going. Pile number 4. It says to move through fear into magical positive action. Congratulations on caring and Congratulations on your caring and courageous nature. So this was like one of the shorter cards in regards to the breakdown or whatever. So what I'm getting is that pile number 4s, you all are traversing, traveling through your minds as well. So this could actually talk about physical travel, but what I'm getting is traveling and traversing through the thoughts in your mind. This has kind of been a prevalent like thread with all the piles. So they have a spell. I have to debate on whether or not I was going to put them in the description box, just because I don't want to give away the cards. So I might put them on like the screen, you know. I might do that instead of putting it in the description box, just so we could, you know, save everyone else, you know, so we could save them their excitement and stuff too. So I might put it on the screen instead. But yeah, so it says a spell, so I think I'm gonna just do that for, you know, time's sake, pile number 4. But again, yeah, it's not even just traveling safely through your everyday life, right? So it's that on top of your thoughts and your mindset and where you're going in the depths of you, right? So already pile number 4, who you're transforming into, who you're reinventing yourself, is someone who really takes precautions of your mind to embody your best, most fulfilled self. Almost like that highest self-expression that you've always wanted to embody. You're becoming it through guarding the shores of your mind, if that makes sense. Guarding the gates of your mind, the shores of your mind, you know, from attack or things of that nature, right? So let's just say that. So let's hop into your reading. We have at the bottom of the deck the King of Pentacles, okay? So pile number 4, the person you are becoming is someone who is structured, who is grounded, not only grounded, but who has mastered their material world to some capacity, okay? And who is continuing to master their material world. It's interesting too, we not only have the King of Pentacles, but we have the Queen of Pentacles. So you are really united you are really united by where you are nurturing and caring, and relating that into others, and where you have matured and you have aced it and you have this wisdom that's instilled in you, okay? Another thing, pile number 4, is that you all could be in a relationship with your divine counterpart here. Like, we can't just, come on, like Ace of Wands, of Lovers, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups, and then the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. The first card out, the Ten of Cups. To me, this screams romantic relationship, and you could have found that one to build your empire with, right? To build something, a legacy that's sustainable with as well. And I feel like maybe you've had certain thoughts, or maybe you even, like, think about it. It says, keep me safe and let me roam far away, but bring me home. Maybe you all have, like, really almost felt like you've scoured the lands for the love of your life, and really, you know, maybe you are being reintegrated with the love of your life as well a year from now because of this reinvention that you've done, right? Maybe you traveled far from them at a point in time, and then God, spirit, source, energy, the universe, whatever, brought you two back together because you had some unfinished business. There was something that needed to be built. You all were destined for one another, okay? And whole and complete. Even the Queen of Pentacles is abundant on the external, right? They're externally abundant. They're compassionate, they're kind, right? And I always say with the King of Pentacles, this King of Pentacles is looking like, you know, they're not really too honed in on their pentacle. It's like they're looking for more. Like, I know my camera isn't the greatest, but like the face of the King of Pentacles is like, I want to share all of this with someone else. I have all of this, but what is it for if I got to do it alone? And look, the Queen of Pentacles, they don't have a castle yet. You know, they're looking for their divine match, their divine counterpart, so to speak. While the Queen of Pentacles is very, very on top of their coin, on top of their pentacle. They're keeping a watchful eye over their pentacle. And it just seems like maybe whether you were there's a lot of pentacles here, first and foremost. So, you know, some of you all could be maybe dealing with a Virgo, or you let a Virgo go and maybe they're coming back. It doesn't have to be. I just kind of wanted to state that. But there's a lot of pentacles here. So who you are reinventing yourself as this time next year is someone who has really accumulated, yes, a lot of wealth, but it has taken time. You have turned an opportunity into an idea into something tangible. You were living good, feeling good, having all this stuff come into fruition, and then boom, you've mastered the material plane in a year's time, you know? And not only have you mastered the material plane and have been given an opportunity to do that, pile number 4, you're mastering your emotional life, right? You're coming into this chapter in your life that is emotionally fulfilling to you, right? And you could be now, since you've mastered your material plane, focusing on family, focusing on what's going to get you there emotionally speaking now, okay? Because you have become this person. You don't even have the 10 of Pentacles here. It's not just a one-off thing. You have become the master of your domain, the master of your reality, so to speak, right? Because we live in a material 3D world. So you have become the master of your reality, and as well as integrating with a divine counterpart and really maybe even living out the rest of you all's lives together, okay? Because maybe you all have found you drifting in certain ways, but we're brought back together. We're brought, back in sync with each other because you grew while you were apart to grow together, right? You had to implement certain understandings within yourself and to create yourself. We spend so much time as a society thinking, oh, I have to find myself, but you created yourself, right? Because you were given this opportunity to do that, pile number 4s. And with the creation of yourself, everything else kind of unfolded before you. And this is just a beautiful freaking reading. But again, I digress. I just went into it. Oh my goodness. I didn't even mean to do this. I didn't even list your cards off, I don't think. Right? So forgive me. I just kind of went into it. But again, we have the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. We have the Ten of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, the Death card, Ace of Wands, the Lovers, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Cups, the Hermit, the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Two of Cups. So again, in the center of your reading with the Death and the Hermit card, there has been a let go. There's been you have let go. You have transition from this internal person, right? From seeking the answers from within. And I feel like even maybe this hermited period in your life where all you wanted to do was just go inward or be in this meditative state or be alone, to now you want people around you, okay? You want to find the love of your life. You are finding the love of your life by this time next year, according to the cards, right? Or not only have you found the love of your life, but you have integrated their life with your life, right? And you've become a family to a certain degree, right? So going back to the beginning of the reading with the Ten of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, I have a feeling maybe at this point on the journey, you're being given this opportunity to grow this family, right? To grow this life. And it doesn't have to be the general consensus of what a family is, a wife, a husband, a child, whatever, dogs. It doesn't have to be that way. It's what you feel like in your heart is family and integration and fulfilling emotionally, right? And you've been given a tangible opportunity with someone, either in your life or someone who's coming into your life, pile number 4. With the Page of Pentacles and the Four of Cups, I have a feeling maybe this could be a younger earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus person who maybe offered you their love and offered you something, but maybe you didn't feel like it was good enough and, you turned it away or something like that. Because maybe you had a lot of people around you or other options, right? And maybe you felt like maybe they weren't ready, or maybe it was just too soon, or maybe you got this younger and just kind of felt like blasé about it, right? It's almost like, look, there's a progression here. Look at the Ace of Pentacles and then the Page of Pentacles. So many synchronicities in here. And it was almost like God, Spirit, Source, Energy created this person for you. And then they just give you what God had given them. God, Spirit, Source, Energy had given them to give you. And it's like you didn't even want it at first, right? And I feel like what had to happen was not only an ego death, but like you had to find yourself. You had to create yourself, right? That's what the Hermit is. Going on top of a mountain. Almost like, think about like monks in the Himalayas, right? They go to seek and find the answers from within. So that's what you had to do. But now that this part of the chapter is over, it's almost like ask and it is given, seek and you are answered, knock and you shall, the door should be open to you. This is what's happening now. So now that internal seeking, it's not done. It's never going to be done, but it isn't as needed now as it was. So you found the answers, right, that you were looking for once upon a time. And now you're ready to feel inspired by a new love, a new aspect of love to come into your life, right? I feel like it as well, right? So who you're reinventing yourself as is this immensely fertile and creative person, right? Who has obtained this wealth, this bounty that they were looking for, and not just the bounty of the material, but the emotional, the spiritual, the mental, taking action as well, right? With the Lovers and the Two of Cups, you've integrated this, either yourself or this person, into your life very heavily now. And it's almost like you are finding your divine counterpart. You could be traveling with them. They could be traveling a lot. You all could be traveling together. But it's like you're ending aloneness. You're ending that state of solitude that you had just maybe had a chapter in pile number 4. Okay, that's ending now. And now what's beginning is a life with someone, whether that be a life partner, a companion, whether that just be a life of people around you, community, right? Partnerships. But I'm really getting divine counterpart energy, which is awesome, which is great, because this is fulfilling. This is something that you have been seeking, right? So yeah, let's pull some more cards. So that's who you're transforming into. You're transforming, you're reinventing yourself from 1 to 2, from a single to a partnership, right? To a couple. And a damned good couple at that. Not only a couple who works hard, but who looks after their community. They're building their empire together, okay? So let's ask, and this is going to be so fulfilling, pile number 4. This is going to be emotionally fulfilling. It's going to be everything you've ever wanted and more. So let's pull some more cards. Tell us more, God. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4. Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? This is interesting because this wanted to come out, and for some reason I felt like don't take it, and it came out again. So tarot guidance. I have a feeling this is spot on. We're pulling tarot, and then an oracle card comes out twice and says tarot guidance. This is telling you this is what's happening. And you're not only going to get to this destination, this divine counterpart, but you're going to do so safely and swiftly. Okay? And don't fear this. Don't fear this. Like it said in the guidebook, don't fear it. False evidence appearing real. Don't fear it. Just let it happen. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. Tell us more clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? So Clouds Mystical came out. So it's a divine counterpart. It's almost like, is this really happening? Is this my life? Like it's a dream life, like you're living in a dream. Okay, pile number 4s. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate message. One more card. Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Spirit, one more card. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Okay, one more card, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate message. Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? I don't think another card. Okay. Just kidding. So we have footprints, direction. You're on the right path, and this person was divinely guided to you and you to them, pile number 4. This is really beautiful. Like, oh my gosh, I feel very emotional right now. So Clouds, mystical, guidance, and footprints, directions, so mystical, guidance, and direction. You're being guided mystically, okay? You're being led to this life by something that's higher than you, pile number 4s. And I feel like you have reinvented yourself just in the way to fit into this person's life, and vice versa. This person has reinvented themselves to fit into your life. It's like but a dream. It's like life is but a dream. That's what I'm getting. Life is but a dream. Wow. I kind of want to read this Clouds Mystical card. Let's see. Let me hurry. I don't want this camera cutting off again. It says, Clouds Mystical, a wonderful gateway has opened up for you. Gateway, Ace of Pentacles, that's trippy. A wonderful gateway has opened up for you, and you are experiencing mystical occurrences. Do not discount these Do not discount these encounters as mere figments of your imagination. What you are witnessing is very real, so use your natural and psychic gifts to explore the esoteric realms. Allow the images you will see in the sky above and the loving voices you hear to gently guide you, guidance. As you become a visionary, you will experience the elation of connection with the supernatural. Free yourself from worry, find peace of mind through meditation, and journey with your guides and angels. Release control as you float into altered consciousness and defy laws of the physical. Whew. So many people aspire to a state of nirvana. You are on your way there. This is what life is but a dream. It said, this is an incantation. It says, a mystical kingdom exists in my mind. I seek the signs in the clouds, and there I shall find a touch, a whisper, the call of my name as the clouds lift me higher, and there I shall reign. That's trippy. It says, your imagination is key. What you are experiencing is real. Practice daily meditation. You are a spiritual teacher. Your guides are trying to tell you something important. Learn how to tune into the world of spirit. You are a natural psychic. So again, this is just a confirmation for someone out there who's been like, where is my person? Who are they coming? I feel like you know, like you have a feeling that this person is around. I know a lot of readers watch this channel because I know I watch a lot of pick a cards and a lot of different readers on YouTube. So you also have this gift of, you know, clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, whatever you want to call it. So you understand where you're being led as well, even if sometimes maybe the message might come in a little choppy. You understand fundamentally because you have the natural gift of understanding, you know? So let's pull some more cards. Pile number 4. Beautiful reading. This reading is deep. Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages. Tell us more. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Who are our pile number 4s reinventing themselves as? Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as, Spirit, by this time next year? Who are our pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. Thank you. Okay, so we have one card. Let's pull 3 more. Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Spirit, clear, concise, accurate messages. Thank you. Who are pile number 4s reinventing themselves as by this time next year? Spirit. This one wants to come out. I'm going to choose this one. We have at the bottom of the deck, the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. That's why I'm like, you're feeling this. If you've been a little... there's nothing in this reading that screams anxiety. That's one thing I'm gonna say. There's nothing in this reading that screams anxiety or you've been overthinking or anything. It screams things are materializing and you feel that, right? So I was just saying, if you've been feeling intense energy, or that's what I want to say, if you've been feeling intensity in the atmosphere, it's because you're feeling your life coming together, the dots connecting, right? So we have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. We have a win-win outcome is forecast, Libra, full moon in Libra, and these scales are balanced. Hello. And we also have a time for healing, balsamic moon. You've done this healing. This healing is done. Whatever you have been drawing into your life, I feel like with the Hermit card, you have gotten the answers that you've been seeking by this time next year. You're healed. You have done the introspection. You have done the solitude journey. You have went inward. You have been the proverbial monk, okay? You've done that. Now what's coming into your life is a state of balance, is a state of equanimity, is what you've been wanting, why you've been doing all the inside work, right? That's what's coming in, a win-win for not just you, but maybe for either, if you're resonating with this, that counterpart that's coming in, right? The king or the queen that's coming into your life, or the integration of that counterpart within you. If you're not looking for anybody right now, or if you know, that's not what you're looking for, it's those scales being balanced. You're meeting your match. You're meeting the person or the other aspect within being integrated, right? with the win-win outcome is forecast. So there's no need to worry. Like God, spirit, source, energy, your angels, ancestors, your higher self are lifting you up right now and are really making stuff happen right now for you, pile number 4. So this is such a beautiful reading. It's like you're getting everything you want, okay? There's no surprise either that we have card number 22 that came out, pile number 4, and 2 and 2, that's 4, okay? So it's beautiful energy. But I feel like you've done the brunt of the healing, you know? So let's conclude this reading with some messages from your angels, pile number 4s. Tell us more, Spirit, clear, concise, accurate advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude pile number 4's reading. Messages, guidance, wisdom from pile number 4's angel, Spirit, to conclude pile number 4's readings. Look, we have the 10 of Pentacles here with Manadel, the honorable God, card number 36. Okay, 3 and 6 is 9. It says inner and outer work. What I've been saying. We've been doing the work, y'all. And it says helps one keep their job, protects against disasters. Oh, I love that. Okay, let's see. What other angels? We have the 8 of Wands. Okay, we have... Sorry about that. Pile number 4. We have the 8 of Wands here with Vehuel, with the great and exalted God. Grandeur makes one passionate towards God. I love that. And then we have the Ace of Wands here too. So these are the arrows of love too. You could be hearing some beautiful melody, strings. There's love here. When someone's playing the violin, I think of like heart, like strings, like, you know. Okay, and then we have Ace of Pentacles, okay? We have Kahethel with the adored God, and it says divine blessing drives away evil spirits. So just bad energy, any type of energy that you don't want around you, okay? And it says rules agricultural production, okay? So I love that. Pile number 4 is beautiful energy. And look at what we have here. We have Page of Pentacles, Azrael with God sung above all. And it says loyalty, allegiance, friendship, and reconciliation. I think that's really beautiful. So it looks like pile number 4s that maybe you all are being brought back to a divine love and you all are reconciling and you all are meeting each other in a very beautiful, harmonious space, right? Which is just, it's, oh my gosh, I can feel the love in this reading, okay? So with that being said, my pile number 4s, congratulations in advance, okay? You all have completely transformed yourself into this wise person who, you know, adheres to the signs, okay? So with that being said, pile number 4s, I love you so much, my dreamy dreamers. If you like this reading, if it resonated, please hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Share this content with loved ones, family, friends, or anyone who would best benefit from the messages provided here today. I love you so much, and I'll see you in our next readings. Bye.